What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy NextGen720, and I am back with another video. A lot of you guys have been asking about Showstopper for the last month or so. And let's be honest, like I said, and this has nothing to do with Crap, Mooch, or Tim Dog. I don't believe in airing dirty laundry. Same thing with John Doe, but like I said, honestly, I'm not just saying this shit to be cheesy, but we don't have any fans. I do feel, view you guys as an extended family. I bullshit you not, because, we took something that was nothing, so small and minute, and made it to what it is. Not saying we're the IGN podcast unlock or anything like that, but, we have a pretty decent following. You guys look forward to it every week, and everyone wants to feel like they're a part of something. You guys feel like you're a part of the show, so I'm going to be honest. Like I said, I haven't even spoke to Crap about it or Mooch about it. Like I said, I'm going to be honest with you. And this is not going to be any drama and anything, but I'm going to tell you the beginning. A lot of you guys are confused about who was there from the start or whatever the case may be, or the inception of Bgst. I'm going to tell you everything, even to present day, with all this so-called drama. Now, everything that I tell you in this video today is the God's honest truth. No embellishment. I don't have anything to gain, but you can take from it what you will. I started YouTube about 2012 or so. And when I first started YouTube, I used to mess with the Bgst, the Hard Eats, and I guess got kind of, not saying known, but I started rubbing elbows with the crumb side of the YouTube community soon. You know what I mean? I guess because I'm silly, and I may have had 35 subscribers, but I average about 150, 200 views or whatever the case may be, and it started to grow. My channel was I had an older channel. I don't have that channel anymore though. But anyway, and this is one of the three. And if with me, I got bored with Last Generation. It went on too long. I mean, I was looking at all these gameplays from Bond or Hard Eat or BG, and I'm like, God, why do their games look so much better than mine? I didn't know they were gaming on PC. I was like, damn, me thinking gaming on PC, mouse, keyboard, and stuff. And that, again, I don't like. That's not for me. I'm not knocking those who like the game on mouse and keyboard, but I would take a controller any day. And they were saying that they had, they were gaming on PC. So, one thing, the big myth about PCs is that you always got to buy new pieces to run this game and run that game, So I'm like, damn. So I was asking, more or less. I'm just giving you the abridged version. Just follow me, please. The bridge version, how much do I need to, what I have to spend to max every game out or whatever the case may be. I was going to buy a gaming rig, because I was intrigued by it, but I wanted to wait and see what the next generation console had to offer. But prior to that, so this is like, prior to that, I had did a video making fun of Dr. Trey. That used to be my nemesis back then. Me and Dr. Trey used to go at you. But back then, my whole YouTube channel was around bashing Nintendo. Because I swear, I stumbled upon this community. I didn't know that there were grown men that played the Wii. But I bullshit you not. Like, literally took it as their #1 gaming platform. I bullshit you not. I swear to God on my dead mother. So I just thought that was the funniest shit ever. I used to make fun of them. So, Dr. Trey rocks a ball hit or whatever. So I did a video. I had about 43 grand on me. And when I do my videos, I don't write stuff down. For whatever reason, I don't know why I had that much cash on me, that they just know that I had it on me. So I did a video. I was in the video. I was like, hey, I bet you $1,000 you can't grow some hair. Or something along those lines. Something silly, make fun of him or whatever the case. Him not having no furniture. That's what people used to tease him about. So fast forward a little bit. So I kept telling Hard Eight and all them, I'm going to buy me a rig. They're like, man, you showed all that money in the video. I thought money wasn't a thing. I thought bank was green. You say your bank is green. That means you can bet whatever. So I was asking them, how much do I have to spend to upgrade so I have to buy a PC and not have to touch it, and I'll be done with it, because I don't want to, keep buying parts, more RAM. So, Shokio, God bless his soul, he says 600. People some 15, 18, whatever the case may be. So we were all in a Skype call one day. And mind you, prior to that, they was all talking about this Titan. So I said, I'm going to spend $1,800. So I think 680s were at that time, and Hard 8 may have had a 680. And I said, but whatever it is, we all on the phone, I buy power. Listen to what I'm saying. If you ever buy a PC, do not go to iPod Power. They are horrible. Customer service is horrible. Go to Origin PC, much better. Do not deal with iBuy Power. So we all on a Skype call, and whatever they tell me to pick, to put in the cart, I'm picking too high. So they told me to get 16 gigs of RAM. I got 32 gigs of RAM. They told me to get, I thought I was getting the 680. I skipped the 680. Then it was a 690. I got the Titan. You know what I mean? But you understand what I'm saying. So I wanted, even though they know I was getting it, because I was telling people on my channel, I got a big surprise that I'm coming. I was excited about getting my gaming rig. You know what I mean? But I had got hurt along the line there, so I had got injured, and I had to get a surgery, whatever the case may be. But if you didn't know, like I didn't know, when you buy a computer from one of these sites, it takes about 6 to 8 weeks before you get it. Especially back then, the Titan was, on back order. It was this $1,100 graphics card and yada, 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 yada. You know what I mean? So it took about 2 months, 2.5 months to get my rig. So meanwhile, we were all in a call when I was putting it together. So in the meanwhile, they were like, start to say, hey, man, where's your rig? You're lying. This, that, you had a Neverland PC. The same way they're acting about that $12,000 PC, I swear to God, they were acting like that about that, they thought I only spent $1,800, but in all honesty, I spent about $4,000. They didn't know that, you know what I mean? I wanted to surprise everybody. Oh, I got the Titan, you know what I mean? And I considered them my friends. Now listen to this. I'm not one to be on the internet looking for friends. I am somebody in real life. But if you talk to people every day, you kind of build a rapport with them. You understand what I'm saying? And we would be in the Skype calls for hours just bugging out. Like, I just thought it was cool. Gamers, I come from North New Jersey, September Projects. I got this shit tatted on me. A heavily infested gang neighborhood. I got a shit tatted on my arm. If you don't know what it is, you can Google it yourself. Sepboard, you see it right there. I got a big dog paw on my back on my shoulder. It stands for, Bloods. You call each other dogs, some stuff back in the day. But, non-Trey, really badass. So if you don't know what it is, I'm not glorifying it. Just Google it. That's where I come from. So, even not saying that people don't play games, but I was always into games. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was always had all the games, all the gadgets. So, anyway, so I thought it was cool. My wife thought it was the funniest shit ever. Like, you talking to them? She was like, they ain't like you. Like, me and my wife was night and day. My wife's a school teacher, you know what I mean? She's like, you're talking to these guys, these nerds or whatever, they ain't like you. Like, but anyway, it's neither here nor there. So, so one day, like I said, we used to be in a Skype call for hours. I thought I got out the Skype call, went to hop in the shower. Some of you might have heard the story, but this is for those who don't know, and I'm going to tell you about the Bgst thing. My wife so happened to walk past my Mac, and she said, I always, I've been rocking out with Macs for about 3 years now. And she said 3-4 years. She said, they're down there talking about you. Now, mind, we always used to joke, I got a sense of humor. You know how you see Hard 8 and them cut up in height. So I'm thinking, it's cool, you know what I mean? But literally, so now I can't get out the shower, would sit down at my desk, dry off, was get dressed or whatever. They were really kicking my back and, like literally talking about me behind my back. And that's one thing I don't do. It's one thing to joke and play. I wouldn't say anything behind your back, that I wouldn't say in your face. And they was literally kicking my back in. Now, mind you, I just did a video showing about over $40,000 just bunking the fuck out. And you don't think I can afford $1,800? Like, I'm thinking, like, the mentality, I don't know, like, I'm thinking, like, this got to be some type of jealousy. And what I did at that time, I kind of moved myself from the equation. Left them alone, made my own gaming group, Bang Bang Next Gen Gamers, and, so I did a video, this is really start cutting, I did a video, I said, listen, guys, I had something I wanted to share with you, but I got to get surgery on my shoulder. And I got me a gaming rig, but I'm not going to be able to unbox it because I'm getting surgery. My computer came Friday. I was getting surgery Thursday. I did the video Wednesday. Why did I do that video? They started cutting up. So what I did against my better judgment after my surgery, and I didn't know, first time I got a gaming rig, it's about shit's big. That case is big as fuck, but I unboxed it on, camera. You guys may see the video, whatever the case may be. And I ended up popping the staples in that I had, and I ended up getting an infection. All trying to prove something to some motherfuckers that don't know anything about me. And once I showed them that I had it tight, and then just thought all the hate would stop. that didn't do nothing but amp it up more. You know what I mean? So I said, you know what, screw them, I'm gonna do my own thing. I wanted to make something organic. I wanted to make something that I like. You know, I mean, there were no podcasters going on, but I'm not that I knew of. There were no podcasters that I knew of that were doing them faithfully. I don't watch a lot of gaming channels on YouTube, so I can't say that Big Gamer Small Talk was the first. But I didn't know any of them. You know what I mean? There are a few out now, and kudos to you guys. You know what I mean? Kudos. There were no what's One Stop for Game? What's his channel? What's his show called? Greatest Americans, whatever, Dream Team, and you got the Weapon Wheel and whatever We Game here. There was none of that. And I said I wanted to create something that was organic. But I wasn't rocking. I didn't, like I said, then I met John Doe. I knew who Dark Holy was. We started talking out. Me and John Doe became thick as thieves, and I considered him my friend. You know what I mean? Like my friend. Fuck this YouTube shit. I considered him a friend of mine. You know, he knew stuff about me. Like John Doe know shit about me. Like, a lot of people don't know. I was out on, but John Doe know a lot of. I was going through a lot of stuff back then. You know what I mean? Literally. You know what I mean? So I said to John Doe, let's do a podcast or whatever. Because I was a part of a podcast when I first came to YouTube. It was crazy. I think it was me, Gamer Nate, Mr. Live, and oh my God, Shayna 123 or something. And I forgot the name of the show. But that's what I get. I still wanted to do a podcast, you know what I mean? So I wanted to do something very organic, something that was, you know, that wasn't, you know, that was fresh from the ground up. And I noticed then it wasn't really a Xbox, PlayStation thing when I came to YouTube. It more or less was an Xbox, PlayStation jumping on Nintendo, because Nintendo had the Wii U coming out. So, you know what I mean? But anyway, so I wanted to do something fresh and new. And there was a white guy that I met named Peter. That may not even be his real name, but you forget the name of his YouTube channel, Peter. And so we were going to name this show. It was going to be called One Blood, One Crip, and a Gamer from Down South. If you don't know, like I said, I'm not glorifying this, but, you know, Dark Holy was supposed to be in a Crip. I was supposed to be a Blood. And John Doe was from Florida, so he was to be the Gamer down south. John Doe has a heavy southern drawl, you know. And somehow Dark Holy stood us up on the first night. So that's how we got Peter in there. So we got to show him what's going on. So we did it with Peter. And, you know, and we started, you know, just started doing it. And Dark Holy joined, and he wouldn't be there all the time. But then John Doe and Peter started, John Doe's very combative, you know what I mean? Now, you know, John Doe will argue about a dead dog and a nickel. Like, John Doe will find something to argue about. Like, I don't give a fuck what. But that's just John Doe's personality, but we click. You know what I mean? Shout out to John Doe, you know what I mean? Wish their brother nothing but success. But he was not getting along with Peter. Peter, you know, he always felt like like he was being very abrasive with him. But John Doe didn't like him. He's like, man, that motherfucker a racist. Just that, you know what I mean? Like, no, Peter cool. You know what I mean? Peter was my friend. Like, you know what I mean? I used to talk to Peter on the phone. Like, Peter was all right. I mean, he'll call me. I'll call him. Peter was from Boston. I swear to God, I really forget the name of his channel, even though he started doing videos about me. But if you know who you are, you're watching, please put your link to your channel down there, because I really forgot the name of your channel. My memory's dog shit, man. Blame it on boxing. I don't know. So anyway, I guess I got to do this video in parts. I'm only allowed to upload 15 minutes. Let me hurry up. It's going to be a second part. So come back. It's going to get good. So, so Peter stopped wanting to do the show with John Doe. And I'm like, damn. So fast forward a little bit, you know what I mean? Fast forward a little bit. That maybe I may have met show or not. No, I'm lying. I made my own Facebook group, and what I would do, I used to call the podcast Bang Bang something podcast, and I used to put different people in there every week from that was inside the Facebook group. So it started to slowly mold and become to what you see now. But before it still went through some steps. Hold on, come back for part 2, please. Hold up, because this is about to get really good and juicy. I'm sorry.